Hello everyone, and thanks so much for joining me today. I want to take some time to talk about 5 red flags that are indicative of your relationship heading for divorce. So in therapy, it's important to talk about the behaviors that we want to see changed, new behaviors that we want to see implemented, and all the growth that comes with that. But in addition to the implementation of new behaviors, we also want to look at what behaviors are currently present in the relationship and taking a step back and gaining some objectivity and seeing whether or not those behaviors are helpful or harmful to the relationship. So in terms of red flags, I've identified 5 that I'm going to share with you today. The first behavior that's a red flag for divorce is going to be disrespecting your partner in public. This might come out of anger, or it might come as a plea for attention from either your partner or from others. But regardless of the intent behind the disrespect, it is very detrimental to the relationship. And really, there's no justification for it. There's no space for it in a healthy relationship. So disrespect in public is definitely a red flag. Another red flag is going to be when you banish your partner from the bedroom for whatever reason. Do not do that. Don't ask your partner to sleep on a couch. Don't tell them to set up shop in the guest room. It is really sending your relationship in the wrong direction, and it's a huge red flag for divorce. Similar to that one is the third red flag for divorce, and that's going to be withholding sex from your partner. Sex is unfortunately oftentimes used as a manipulation tactic in unhealthy relationships, and overall, it just sends a lot of very negative messages. It creates a sense of rejection, resentment, bitterness. Again, a lot of those negative characteristics that we're going to be trying to minimize in the relationship. And it takes away that sanctity and the safety of the intimacy of sex in the relationship. So at no point should you use sex as a bargaining tool in your marriage. It's such a red flag. Red flag number 4 is going to be threatening divorce. Understandably, when arguments get heated and when tensions are high and when needs aren't getting met, there's going to be some hostility or some anger or some hesitancy to remain in the relationship. But threatening divorce is very detrimental. It sends your relationship in the wrong direction, obviously, but it also takes away from the feeling of, as a couple, being able to confront an issue and be able to move past it. And so when you see people threatening divorce, oftentimes they don't actually follow through with that alleged consequence. And so not only is it unhealthy for the relationship, but it also tells the partner that when the consequence isn't followed through on, that the boundary actually means nothing and the person's threats are kind of empty and fruitless. And so there's a lot of different reasons why you shouldn't do it, but do not threaten divorce unless you are absolutely serious. And the last red flag, number 5, is going to be taking off your wedding band. And that's similar to the previous one in that it's a statement of negative intention moving forward. It's a statement of finality. And it's oftentimes done as a way to really raise that alarm in your partner and to show the severity of where that person is in the relationship. But really, it's not a healthy way to verbalize whatever it is that's going on in your mind or in your heart. And so there are lots of different red flags in relationships. Those are 5. So we have disrespect in public, banishing your partner from the bedroom, withholding sex, threatening divorce, and then finally taking off your wedding band. If any of these behaviors are present in your relationship, I would really encourage you to, like I said in the beginning, take a step back, gain some objectivity, maybe consider some couples counseling. At the very least, be willing to sit down with your partner and have a really serious dialogue about what's going on in your marriage. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care.